The Isle of Skye is the most famous of Scotland's islands and the most visited for its magnificent views and secrets. It is also known as the Isle of Fae because of its dream mist landscapes. These remote lands in the north of Scotland have inspired writers, artists and travelers. The island is a haven for sailors and kings. Home to fairies and giants, a place where some of Scotland's finest whiskey is made and cliffs that defy the north. The history of the Isle of Skye dates back to the age of the dinosaurs. These giants left behind their footprints even in stone. We can still find traces of the Stone Age today. In time, the Picts came here. The surviving testimonies agree in one thing: the Picts decorated their bodies with intricate colorful drawings, probably tattoos, and were characterized by extreme ferocity and bravery in battle. They left behind mysterious stones with symbols and ruined stone towers facing the sea. In time, the Gaelic and Scottish tribes came here. The island was often visited by the Vikings, who gave the island its name, Skye, Skye meaning cloud and Ai meaning island. What is the meaning of the Island of the Clouds? One of the natural wonders of the Isle of Skye is the famous Kilt Rock, located in a unique oceanfront location. This rock and waterfall are among the many natural wonders that can be found on the Isle of Skye. This famous rock is shaped like a kilt, a Scottish skirt, and from the rock falls down a waterfall stream. This place literally pierces you with its energy. A powerful stream of energy moves along the ley line and rushes into the distance of the ocean. If you stand in this place, you will be able to connect to a huge force, feel it and cleanse yourself from any negativity and bad energy. The next mesmerizing place is the lighthouse on one of the cliffs of the island. It is lonely against the ocean for a long time. The place is very romantic and beautiful. It is said that in these waters live blue manfish. These creatures harass those passing by on ships and yachts. Legends say that they have the ability to change the weather. Therefore, to this day, sailors and fishermen still bring them small treats for good weather and booty. The remains of ancient castles have been preserved on the island. Throughout history, This island has been owned by very powerful clans. The MacLeods and the MacDonalds. The MacLeods are one of the major clans of Skye. They are said to own the fairy bowl, a mythical artifact. The cup originated in Ireland. It was a gift from the fairies. Anyone who drinks from this cup will find themselves in the power of the master of the castle. The second very famous item is the MacLeod banner. This banner, like an amulet, protects their clan and leads it to victory. One cool evening, the fairy entered the halls of Dunvegan Castle and found the infant heir to the clan in his nursery. She felt tenderness for the baby and sang him a lullaby. The baby's nanny was in the same room and memorized the words of the magical lullaby. The lullaby was so beautiful that it was imprinted in the nanny's memory, and she sang it to the young heir every night before bedtime. After that, every nanny hired by the MacLeods sang the same lullaby to the children, providing the children with protection. And the blanket in which the child was wrapped became the MacLeod's banner. There is also talk of a love affair in the old days between the MacLeods and the fairy. This is how the idea of the movie Highlander about immortal warriors came about. The center point of the island is the Old Man's Store Rock. The place is very mystical and beautiful. Its imposing figure has become one of the most important images of the island. Like a needle, the rock pierces deep into the island. According to legend, the Isle of Skye was a land of giants. These huge figures roamed the island and often fought each other. During one of the battles, a particularly large giant, Store, was killed. Where he fell, the earth swallowed him up and only one part of his body was left sticking out of the ground. Some think it's a finger, some think it's a more intimate part of the giant. And next door is the Valley of the Fairies. It's an enchanted and magical place. People come here to find revelation and peace for their souls. It's a fantastic place. It's the heart of all the energy lines on the island. The heart of the dragon. The Valley of the Fairies will transport you to another universe. The bright green landscape and mountains will take your breath away. And invisible fairies will surround you and influence your destiny and life. If you sit quietly for a moment, you will feel the breath of the fairies, the rulers of this magical island. And around this dragon heart, you can see dozens of rivers and waterfalls. They're called fairy lakes. They say on the shore of one of these lakes in the Middle Ages a bloody battle took place between two proud clans. The water of the lake was covered with blood. Such is the history of this magical land. And on one of the shores of the island, by the water, there are still stone gates to another world. A world inhabited by spirits or a small gateway to another time. And by walking through it, the whole history of the island will come alive for you. One of the fugitive Stuart kings once said of this island, "Even the devil, when he sees these mountains, cannot pursue me here." Thank you for watching. Put likes and subscribe to the channel.